Man's an imaginary being. Like, is being alive better than being a rock? I don't fucking know, man. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of questions. I don't know, even if I was able to answer them, if I would be any closer to anything. I mean, I grew up in the 70s, and I mean, I was sort of came of age in the 70s, but there was a lot of change. Like when I was 3, I was, dancing around to a Ray Charles song, and by the time I was 8, it was like Motown was popping, and by the time I was like 12 or 13, it was like, the age of Black Power and post-Black Power, and you had Curtis Mayfield and Marvin Gaye and a bunch of socially conscious records. And then, there was funk that came after that, like Kool and the Gang and Osa Bisa and Mandrill, like funk bands. And then there was disco. But all that happened over a span of 12 years. Like, that's a tremendous amount of shit that happened over like a 10, 12 year period. I mean, the most popular songs are love songs. Like, why is that? Like, why are most songs that are made in the world about relationship? Think of any black pop song from the 60s, and most of the time it was about some girl stuff. And it's like, there was a little bit of songs that were about social activism, but pretty much after that, it was about blacks as outlaws. And the whole dangerous black guy song, to a certain extent, was more about white people. And it went from the whole outlaw thing to just the dumb nigger song, which is, I think black people may identify with them, but I think what they identify more with is the popularity of the person doing the song. You're looking successful being an outlaw, or you're looking successful being a dumb nigger, you're ultimately pretty successful. Are some people dumb? Yes. Are some people outlaws? Yes. Are most black people dumb or outlaws? Absolutely not. So what we do is attempt to balance out or broaden the perspective that the larger public would have about black people. I don't think that the guys are like overtly political. I think they're thoughtful, and just as thinking people, there's just certain things that you see that aren't cool. What's allowed Homo sapiens to survive is that they're able to imagine things. I mean, we're animals, and it's like there are electric eels that can produce 600 volts of electricity and shock the shit out of it. There are other animals that can change colors. So we can't change colors. There are birds a hummingbird can fly, it can beat their wings so fast they can stay in one place. I mean, there's all kinds of animals that have all kinds of special superpowers and shit. We have one superpower that it doesn't really make us superior, but it does allow you to imagine that you're more than what you are. I don't really believe in progress, and it's like we can fly to the moon. Like, who gives a fuck? It's just a trick of perception for the most part, and the biggest trick of humans is being able to fool themselves into thinking that it really makes a difference what the fuck they do. If you look at an egg, you do become more egg-like. If you hang out with pimps, you become more pimp-like. If you hang out with saints, you become more saint-like. It's fucking bullshit.